What's up, everybody? John from Old Running Farm here. Thanks for joining me on Woodyard Wednesday number 3. I don't know how long I'm going to count these, but I'm motivated to keep... Sorry, it's cold. I'm motivated to keep pumping out these videos, so hope you like them. In today's video, we're going to be milling, I think, some pine, and we're going to be carving some snowmen, because that's what Catherine wants me to carve. Holy bajoli, it's cold out here. But first, I have been meaning to do this for a while, and this isn't really Woodyard related, but I have this big heap of compost here, and I don't have my bucket on it. I'm not going to go get it, but I at least want to turn this, because this has been sitting like this way for a while, and I think it's going to give me some nice steam coming up. So I'd like to turn it and get everything moving around in there a little bit. So you're going to watch me do that real quick, and then we're going to get to milling. Whew. All right, well, obviously my camera fell over at some point, but look at that. That is a big steaming pile of stuff right there. So I don't know a lot about compost, but all I know is you want to turn it so that everything sort of composts and decomposes, you know, at a more even rate, because all the stuff that's like right in the center is going to compose much faster than the stuff that's on the outside, which is why it's now steaming where before it wasn't, because now I've taken all the stuff on the inside and switched it around, put it on the outside, so that is a much higher temperature. So then that'll cool down, and then the stuff that was on the outside is now on the inside and will decompose and yada yada. But so that's why I got to take all this stuff and scoop it into, at least I think I'm going to start another pile right next to it. I was also talking about, now that I have a dump trailer, going to get some free horse manure that was composted apparently, because you know we're looking at all this land over here, and I know this kind of looks like garbage right now, but this is eventually all this, and even over here, sorry, not over there, over there is going to be pasture for our alpacas. So I want to have as much compost as possible. Now, it's obviously not a priority right now. I got a lot of stuff to do, and so we're going to actually get started doing it right now. Good thing I just put a whole bunch of poop on my pallet forks, because now I'm going to go pick up some wood and mill it. Let's go! Oh, I feel like my nose is turning Rudolph the Red-Nosed John Kearns. Rudolph the Red-Nosed John Kearns. Anyway, I forgot that I actually had this piece of pine or spruce that I had milled, and I was going to use this for bear blanks. But I think this time, since it's right here, I'm just going to mill this bad boy down and use that for my snowman blanks. How about that? Because I also found that some of the other blanks that I already had, oh, I'm going to have to start a fire. It is too freaking cold. Some of the blanks that I had were a little too short, and some of them were a little too not wide enough. A little too not wide enough. But so this should be perfect. And I'll at least be able to get 2 blanks out of this. And then this big knot right here is going to be a bit of a problem, but that's okay. See this big knot? Yeah, big. But anyway, I'm going to mill this down to 2. Yeah, I'm sure I can get at least 2 3-inch segments out of it. And then I should be able to get at least 3 carvable blanks from each slab, so that'll be 6. If I'm lucky, I can get 3 blanks out of this. I might be able to. I don't know how tall it is. I don't know where my tape measure must be in the shed. But anyway, I'm gonna get a fire going because it is freaking freezing out here. All right, so luckily I was able to get 3 blocks out of this. I have my maple syrup evaporator going for a little heat. Not really going very well. So I got these 3 boards. They're pretty long. I think I have a tape measure in there, so I'm gonna measure out some blanks, cut them down, and start carving. Woo! All right. So I got 8 blanks. One of them had a bad crack right through the pith, which is the very center, the heart of the tree. So I'm not gonna use that. But I got a bunch of tall blanks, and these are gonna be expensive snowmen. I have not been able to keep these guys in stock, just selling over and over again. So I'm gonna make some nice big snowmen Catherine requested, and then I'll see if I can pump out a few mushrooms too. Let's get to work. All right, so here's my blocked out snowman. So it's tough to get all these curves in here. So what I do is I now cut like basically to the outside edge, and then I'll go through and cut this, and then cut that, and then cut that, and then I can sort of round it out from there. It's a pain in the butt to do these things though. We'll see. So here's our snowman. He's basically done. So my buddy on Instagram, it's Busy Wren Creations, which is at BUSYWREN Creations. Had these awesome snowmen with these big giant top hats. So that's sort of what I'm going for here. You know, it's hard to get as round with just the chainsaw, but this comes across pretty well. And Catherine's gonna paint these, and they're gonna come out looking great. So got this guy done. We'll see how many I can get going today. I have all 8 of those blanks. If I can get 8, that would be great. But I actually have some up at the house that I'm gonna laser engrave. So I'm gonna get started on that. I'm gonna go take a quick break, run up there, start the laser engraver, and then I'll come back and keep sawing. All right, so we ended up, I had to have a meeting about our kitchen. So I wasn't able to get a ton done, but I do have, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these big snowmen done. So these are about 2.5 feet, something like that. And so they all stand up like that. So I think these are gonna be big sellers, because every time, like I said, we have the snowmen, they sell out immediately. And I've been working on my wood pile that's been here. This has been, because my buddy Anthony dropped off some logs, but they were all a mix. It's been tough to work my way through that, but I have gotten through it. And then I keep thinking about what I'm gonna do down here in terms of like layout. And I keep wanting a good way of getting rid of these scraps, because I have all these little scraps. So what I'm thinking is my dump trailer, which is currently just temporarily parked over there, I'm gonna try to park it right here eventually. So I think this tree, that tree, I got a few trees that I want to take down over here when it's done being busy season. And then I park my dump trailer right here so I can just toss scraps out that window when I'm cleaning out to make it super easy. And then I can just move it whenever it's ready. So anyway, that's going to do it for Woodyard Wednesday today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.